Good afternoon, YTPC. Mark here. Now, I'm actually over the moon because while I was sorting through some of the tobaccos the other day, because I'm sort of picking out some Latakia blends for the winter, I came across Yanez's cigar cake from 2022. Now, I know I jarred up the Romeo and Juliet one, and for some reason I thought I'd smoked all of the standard cigar cake, but I hadn't. I forgot. I put it in a tub, and I just happened to find it. Good, because I did think the other day when I sort of smoked the Romeo and Juliet one, I thought I couldn't remember finishing it all off, and I was thinking, had I sent some on to somebody? Really could not remember. And yeah, as it turns out, I hadn't. Just bear with us 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. Smoking it in the Castello again. Now, in the 2022 cigar cake, we had 1/4 Robert McConnell Pure Virginia, 1/4 of Pure Brazil, and 1/2 of Pure Cuba. Now, there were all the Robert McConnell brands of tobaccos. So there is no Kentucky in this one. And I'm still undivided whether I prefer it with the Kentucky or without. There's certainly a lot more grassiness in the retrohale, and then as you come towards the end of that retrohale, then you get that real nutty aftertaste sort of in the roof of your mouth. So it doesn't have that little sort of meaty tang of the Kentucky. So this is definitely, to me, a lot milder than the one that Yanez did last year. I do have some of the Robert McConnell tobaccos on their own. I'm pretty sure I've got the Virginia, the Cuba, and the Brazil. I think there's about 100-gram tin each. So I'm kind of tempted to just smoke them on their own and see what this sort of tastes like individually. I didn't bother getting the tin of Kentucky because I have other tobacco Kentucky tobaccos. For instance, I could probably use the Amphora, or what I was thinking at the time was that using Toscano cigars as that last ingredient and see what sort of comes out from that. But I don't know. I've probably got enough there to do 2 batches. I could probably do a cigar blend with a Romeo and Juliet and a cigar blend with Toscano. So I'll see what happens. But I'm having to think about it. Maybe something for the new year. This is really nutty. You know, I'm still not sure if I prefer this to last year's. I don't know. Maybe that Kentucky just beefed it up a little bit. Again, it is down to individual taste. And what I tend to find with the blends that Yanez makes as well is that sometimes you can start and it's almost like sort of a Victoria sponge cake. You start off with that sponge at the top taste, and then you get that little bit of filling in the middle, and then you get back to the sponge, and it's so you might get a really nice sweet, dare I say, bland Virginia, and then all of a sudden you'll have another draw and you'll just get hit full on with that nutty, overpowering aftertaste. So it's a lovely, and it's lovely the way it does smoke, because you sort of like get a wow moment and a bit of a reprieve to get yourself back together, and then you get another whack in the face. And yeah, it's certainly an interesting smoke. Yeah, I'm back to that really nice grassy Virginia there on the retro hill. For me, I know I did have some of this in the summer. I was sat in the summer house and I thought, I'm not going to have a cigar, I'm going to have some of the cigar cake. And it didn't quite hit us, I think because I'd been smoking sort of regular cigars during the summer. So when I did have the pipe tobacco, it didn't give us that kick. But I think now that the sort of the winter months are coming in, it's a bit more appreciative, if that makes sense. I think because when you sat in the garden in the summer, you just sort of sat there having a cigar and a few beers, and you're not really taking it in. But when you sat here, it's cold outside, you've got the fire on, cup of coffee, just sat back, and you can take in a lot more of those flavours. And again, with a cup of coffee, it just brings them flavours out even more. Probably a cup of tea would be even better. When I smoke a blend like this and I'm having a coffee, to me it makes the coffee taste really chocolatey for some reason, like a weird taste. Probably because you're getting the nuttiness from the tobacco and then you get that coffee. It's almost like a Nutella sort of taste in your mouth. But damn, it's good, really good, especially after a nice Sunday dinner. So I'm really glad I found that. Funnily enough, the tub was actually in amongst the tubs of cigars that I have. So, like I say, the last time I tried it in the summer, I probably put it with the cigars and totally forgot about it. So I'm glad I came across it. And I'm actually quite glad I've still got a fair chunk of it left. Because when you tear a strip off the block and you break it all up, it's surprising like how much tobacco was actually concentrated in that little block. The other thing I like about these tobaccos as well is that what I usually find with sort of standard cigar blends is that they tend to go burn and smoke really quick, such as Key Largo or Sans Pulcro. When I smoke them, I just feel as if the bowl doesn't last for very long. They do tend to burn pretty quicker than sort of normal. But it could just be that I'm enjoying it that much, I'm smoking it quite fast. This one isn't like that. It's quite a slow burn. And the other thing that I like about it as well is that it does go to nothing. It literally burns right down to the bottom of the bowl, and you don't get no horrible sort of soggy dottle or little bits left in the bottom. It smokes right through, clean as a whistle. The retrohale isn't as harsh as the one with the Kentucky in, because again I think you get that really sort of peppery smack towards the end, and you just start to feel your eyes watering. By God, it's so smooth though. It is really, really silky and very pleasant. Just leaves that nice little aftertaste. It's funny because I have been going back to sort of retrying some of the older tobaccos that I've had jarred. I think because I've been changing things around and I had to sort out the drawer with all my tobaccos in, sort of all the ones that's not opened. I put them in a big box and sort of stored them away. So I'm sort of coming across ones that, oh yeah, I haven't had that for a long time. So I sort of tried some Haddo's Delight recently, which I haven't had for a while. Again, I enjoyed it. I found my jar of Ennerdale Flake, and it was like, oh my word, I totally forgot what this was like. And again, had some of the Key Largo. I do have a GLP's Monster Mash there, which I've got no idea what went into it. It was just sort of what was left over in the tins. I just kept chucking it in there, and I had a couple of bowls of that, and it's like, damn, I wish I knew what went in this because it tastes really good. So yeah, I'm really enjoying going back to some of the earlier tobaccos that I tried when I got into pipe smoking, and certainly ordering when we could from the States. So yeah, it's been a nice little trip down memory lane. But I found a few aromatic ones there which I'm still not 100% sure on, but you know, I might just give them another go and see what we think. But for the time being, you know, even earlier on today, you know, I had a bowl of pirate cake, and yeah, gotta love them latakias this time of year. Well, I'm going to leave it there and sit back and enjoy the rest of this. So, Yanez, again, thank you for these. They are really great tobaccos. And again, I've mentioned this before, pop along to Pipe and Tobac's channel if you want to have a go at making this yourself. Like I said, don't worry that if you cannot get the, you know, the Robert McConnell brand. I would just go with whatever you can get wherever you live. I mean, I know there's plenty of sort of, I mean, you know, Havana Daydream, anything like that you could probably grab in the States and mix it in with some Virginia, and you know, just have a go, see what you can come up with. Because like I say, I do tend to find that actual tobaccos like Key Largo and what have you, they do burn really quick. So I do think that if you can get such as a Cuba cigar cut leaf, as well as obviously Virginia, Kentucky, what have you, mix it all together, because it does come across as a really great blend when mixed together like that. I don't know what it is with the actual manufacturers. I don't know what they put too much more of which tobacco they put into these cigar blends, but yeah, they burn wicked fast. So yes, this year's cigar cake is sitting under the Christmas tree, and after revisiting these, I'm really looking forward to try it. So when I try it, you will be with us. So until next time, have a good one, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.